The TikTok app has this feature called Promote. It allows you to boost your videos right inside of the app. Sounds super easy, right? Well, the problem is it's actually a huge scam. Most people don't realize that there is an alternative way to promote your videos, and the best part is this alternative way costs 30% less than the TikTok Promote feature. So in this video, I will show you exactly why TikTok Promote is a complete scam and show you the better or smarter way that you should be promoting your videos. So for those of you who don't know what TikTok Promote is or want to see exactly why this is a scam, let me show you. So if you come to your TikTok profile and you scroll down to any video that you want, you can grab a video and you click the three little bars right here, and there's this option to increase views. As you can see here, there's a little fire button to increase views, and if you click on that, there is the option here to promote your video, basically pay to have your video shown to more people. And you can choose a couple of goals inside of here. You can either boost your account to get more video views, more followers, more profiles, you can get more sales, or you can even get more leads with these. A lot of people use these to boost their accounts to get more followers or profile views or more sales essentially. But here's where things get interesting. So if you scroll down here, let's say that I wanted to get more video views on this video right here. If I scroll here, you can see that TikTok will recommend a package, either 1,700 to 9,000 views for $8 or 4,000 to basically $23,000 for $20, which doesn't sound all that bad, honestly, when you look at it. But there's an interesting thing when you select the actual price here. You'll notice that the price is shown here at $19.80. But when I look at the pricing details in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll notice that it's actually $28. So that's a 30% increase that doesn't really tell you where that money goes. So most people just pay this and don't even realize that they're paying an extra 30%. But we want to click here in the see details, and you can see here that there's our original $20, which we're paying for with those views, but there's also this service and fees taxes. So you can see here, if you click inside of here, there is the Apple Store tax that is essentially being put onto this because you're paying through it from the app. So because of that small little thing, you are paying 30% more than you should be when you're using the TikTok Promote feature. Now, another thing to point out about the Promote feature is if you come over here to customize, you'll notice that you can create your own audience and you can edit some of the interest here, but it gives you a very wide interest of audiences. You can't get actually super targeted like you can with the alternative. So you can see here, I can come over here and let's say that I wanted to target people who are in the household products or things like that. I can save, but you can see this is 81 million to 100 million size audience. If you're actually going to run this ad, you want to make sure that it's specified at the people that you think are actually going to interact with that content. And as you can see here, no matter what objective you are doing, whether it's leads or anything else, you are always going to be paying that extra sales tax inside of there. So if your budget is $24 or $26 a day, you're actually going to be spending $37 a day. So please, please, please do not use the Promote feature inside of TikTok. You're just going to pay way more than you need to. And that is where we get into the alternative. And I have good news. There is a good alternative, and it is the TikTok Ads Manager. Now, when it comes to the TikTok Promote feature, TikTok just has no control on paying that 30% tax to Apple. So it's actually not really TikTok's fault here. They just don't have a choice, but they do give you another option that just very little people know about. And that's to run the ads from your desktop and connect your TikTok account to the TikTok Ads Manager so you can promote videos from there, but without that 30% tax and with more targeting options. So let me show you how to set this up. So first thing you're going to want to do is click the link down below in the description. There's a link to sign up for TikTok ads. And the great part is with TikTok ads, they actually give you free ad credits a lot of times when you sign up. So right now you can actually get up to $6,000 in ad credits or even $200 in ad credits. If you spend $200, you'll get $200. So instead of paying a 30% tax, if you spend a certain amount, you can actually get free credits with this option as well. So go through there, click that link, and then you want to sign up. So you can say, I'm an advertiser, get started here. And then it will ask you to sign up either with your TikTok account or your email. Follow the prompts through there, and eventually you will land on a screen that looks something like this. And inside of TikTok Ads Manager, you're going to be able to do all the things that you can do with the Promote feature with essentially less cost, and there's even more features in here. But in order to get started, there's a couple things that we want to do. So first thing is we want to link our TikTok ads account to our TikTok profile so we have access to all of our videos to boost. So what you want to do is when you're inside of your account, you're going to hover over this left-hand menu here. You're going to click on this and you're going to click on user settings. Under this user settings, you're going to click on TikTok account, link TikTok account, and then we are going to, it's going to ask for a security code here. So we're going to grab our security code real quick. Okay, and once you put in that authorization code that it sent to your email, there are a couple ways that you can log into your TikTok account. The easiest way is to use the QR code. So we're going to click QR code here, and then it's going to ask to scan on your mobile device's camera. So we are going to grab our phone here and we're going to scan this and open up that QR code. And then we want to hit login. So on your phone, it will say login here. And then just like that, you can see it will log in and connect your TikTok account. So we want to authorize all of these things down here, scroll down and hit continue. And then give this a second and you'll see that this will be linked here. If it doesn't show like mine is right now, be sure you refresh your screen here. And you can see now that is connected to our account. So that's step one. Once we have that all done, we can come back over to our tab for advertising. And this is where the fun actually begins, where we can boost our posts at will. So what you want to do is come over here to campaigns, click on campaign, and then we want to switch to the full version that gives us all of the options inside of the platform. So we want to click on here, switch to full version, and then hit confirm. Okay, and then from here, you can choose your objective. So if you are wanting to get more views on your video or to get more followers on your account or more people to visit your TikTok profile, you're going to choose community interactions. If you're wanting to get more sales, you're going to choose the sales objective here, or you can even do just simply video views if you want to get more views on your video. For here, we're just going to choose the community interaction to keep things very simple. And then here, the campaign name, I'll usually just name this community interaction right there. And then you don't need to worry about the special categories or any of these other settings here. You can leave those off. So we're going to hit continue here. And then now we have some more settings that we can control here. So on our placements, we can actually choose whether we want comments to be shown or if we wanted to allow people to download the videos. I recommend keeping all of these checked, but you have the option to uncheck those. And then here you can either leave the targeting really broad, as we talked about before, or if you wanted to get a little bit more specific, you could do that. So you could choose age range and gender, just like you could in the promote feature. But what sets this apart is the interest in behavior. So now you can get a little bit more granular on the targeting that you're wanting to actually hit people with if you want them to follow your content. So if I wanted to target people who are into DIY projects, I could type this in and you can see it will give me a couple of different additional interests that I could target. So DIY projects specifically in here, or maybe people who are interested in accent walls, I could type those in. Or if I didn't want to target based on interest, I could also target based on video interaction. So target users who are based on the last 15 days, what they've actually engaged with on TikTok. And there are lots of different drop downs here, creator interactions, or even hashtag interactions. So you can see there's just a lot more targeting options that you can do inside of this account. Okay, so I just created an audience of people who have interacted with home and garden videos and are interested in home improvement and DIY projects. And then from here, you can scroll down, you can target based on specific devices if you wanted to. And then down here is where you can set your daily budget. So we are going to set this at $20 a day here. And then you can set a schedule for this. So if you wanted it to turn off tomorrow or wanted to run for a week, you could set a planned start time and set a end date here if you wanted to. And then you can even select specific times when you want your video to be boosted. And then finally, you have your optimization goal. So if you wanted to optimize for followers or TikTok pages, you can define that here. And then you can define a cost cap. So say that I wanted to get followers for, let's say around 15 cents here. I could define that and then hit continue. Okay, and then this is where you can actually choose the video that you want to boost. So here you want to click on add videos. And then if you followed the steps before and you linked your ad account to your TikTok account, if you come here to TikTok post, you'll see all of the ads that you have here. They're blurred out right now. I have access to a lot of the accounts. We're just gonna grab my Zoka marketing account here. And you can see it will give you access to all the videos on your account. And let's say that I wanted to promote this one right here. We'll grab it and then we can hit confirm. And then when this actually goes live, you can see it will give you a preview of this here. All of the views, all of the likes, all the comments will show up on your TikTok profile as well. So you are getting not only the opportunity to boost the video out, but it's all showing up on your organic profile too. And then you can do the music sharing here. You can add interactive add-ons if you want to, but most of the time I don't do that. And then you want to check this box to make sure that you have the rights for the music in the ad. And then make sure you keep this one unchecked, and then you can hit publish all and you are good to go. Once you hit publish all, it will start creating the ad. And let me show you what this looks like once it's all created here. So this will then drop you into a view that looks something like this, where your ads will be under review. It can take up to 24 hours for the ads to be reviewed, but a lot of times I find it's even faster. And then here's where you can start seeing the results of your campaign. So as you come into your ads manager, I like to come over here to this custom table and then the more templates columns, and whatever you're optimizing for, you can choose this. So if you're going for website sales, you can click on the website sales view, or if you're going for community interactions, you can click on this one, click right here, and then it will show you all the stats for this specific campaign. So it'll show you how much you're spending as time goes on, and then the results. So how many followers this campaign has actually brought you, or how many views it has actually gotten you, or comments, different things. You can get all those inside of there. If there's something, a metric that you want to see that you don't see in these views, you can come over here to custom columns and you can look at all of them inside of here. So you can scroll down, and let's say that I wanted to see anybody who had just a video view, or people who viewed my video at least 75%, I can add those columns in there and then hit confirm, and they will show up on this right hand side. And the best part is you're not having to pay essentially that 30% tax. And a lot of times if you use the link down below, you could be getting specific ad credits. So if you spend a certain amount, you get those ad credits basically for free. So hopefully you found that helpful, and hopefully this will save you some money. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to reply to those, and we'll see you in the next video.